Oh. You wouldn't believe it. My mother's just called me. Just hang on a moment. Okay, sorry. I just had to tell my mother I'd call her back. Of all the times. Hello, how are you all? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm going to go and do something for her this morning because do something for her this afternoon. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about the hearings with the Bruce Lerman trial. Yes, defamation, about, there was talk about bankrupting him, and I wanted to talk to you about all of that. But here we are. We've got some more allegations against Robert Shin from Katie Joy, and we need to talk about them. I have a poll. Hello, Christine. I have a poll, and I've asked whether Robert Shin is targeting Katie Joy. As I put in the description, it is my opinion that if Robert Shin wanted to stop the documentary, he would actually get an injunction out against Netflix and stop it from being shown, because it's scheduled. Like, it's sort of really... Anyway, let's have a look at what set this off. So we'll start with the article, then we'll go to her Instagram post, and then she's done a video on it. I guess when your views are tanking and you are needing to pay for lawyers, you got to do something, right? So this is a website called Dexerto. I'd never heard of it. And again, probably no one would have gone to the article if she hadn't have pointed it out. I know I wouldn't have gone looking for it. But she has posted it on her social media, and I'm just going to post it there. Mysterious Netflix 7M TikTok cop crime leaves fans confused. Netflix is set to drop a documentary series on the 7M TikTok dancing cult at the end of the month, but the title is shrouded in mystery, leaving true crime fans confused. With plenty of new true crime heading to streaming this month, one that stood out is Dancing for the Devil. The 7M TikTok cult. For the uninitiated, 7M Films is a management company for a number of TikTok dancers. In recent years, 7M has been accused of being a cult led by founder Robert Shin, who is the pastor of the controversial Shekinah Church. Among the allegations is that he uses coercive techniques and isolates dancers from their loved ones to extort them, which would be well and good except for the fact that little is known about the Netflix docuseries, other than it's coming out on May 29. One of the people claiming to be involved in its creation is none other than Katie Joy Paulson, who goes by Without a Crystal Ball online. The issue fans have with the Netflix title is that Katie has run into numerous controversies over the years, with many accusing her of being an unreliable. Last week, she took to Instagram to write, "I'm incredibly proud to announce that the docuseries Dancing with the Devil, the 7M TikTok cult, is coming to Netflix on May 29, 2024. Bringing this project to this point has taken more than 2 years of extensive work with producers, directors, writers, and working with the former members of 7M and Shekinah Church." There's her Instagram post. She goes on to claim that Shin filed a lawsuit against hers and others involved in the production of the series, and she believes it's an attempt to stop the production and prevent people from coming forward. However, there are currently no court documents of this legal action online. In 2020, a petition was even filed to have her removed from YouTube, with the creator claiming that she misrepresents stories, turning basic opinions into facts. As a result, she has faced numerous lawsuits, including from influencer Tiny Westbrook and Todd Chrisley. Although these were both settled, it hasn't prevented apprehension about Without a Crystal Ball's involvement in Dancing for the Devil, the 7M cult. She better pray that all her information provided to her is backed up with proof, or this could actually hurt her, said one Redditor. Yes, the person's gone to the Without a Crystal Ball Reddit. Another pointed out that there's minimal information on the docuseries available online, other than the synopsis that reads, TikTok dancers are trapped in a cult masquerading as a management company called 7M. As dancers and former members escape and work to rebuild their lives, they come together to put a stop to the cycle and heat. A third Redditor said, "Weird, I looked it up and there's nothing advertising it anywhere. I'm no PR expert, but I would think there'd be a website on it at least. No advertising yet. Maybe they'll wait until the beginning of the month. Anyway, Katie Joy will be insufferable next month." And then here is Frisco Chicken, a Twitter handle. And this is in the article. Katie and Frisco Chicken says Katie Joy is an idiot. She's in active litigation with 7M and he's posting this. Graham Cracker and Jenna for more. Need to have a chat with her. And then she's put here that about Kyle Douglas speaks out against 7M. There. Then says, "But how great would it be if the doc made her look like a complete fool she is? I have no hope for her, but it gives me happy feelings to dream of it." And the fourth added, to which a fifth replied, "We can only hope. She will definitely spin it for her fans and they'll believe her. Anyone tries to fact check this will come across her as problematic behavior and multiple lawsuits," and said another. "She, along with the others, will destroy any credibility regarding this documentary. Plus, anything about this show is fair game in her defamation case." It says, talks about 7M being a cult heated up in 2024 when TikTok dancer Miranda Derrick's parents and sister shared an emotional Instagram video in which they voiced their concerns about the church association with the dancing company, alleging Miranda was not allowed to contact them. And that's this. They stated that they hadn't heard from Miranda in over a year and they believed her mind had been altered as she was very family orientated before joining 7M. Miranda is part of a religious group. She's not allowed to speak to us. Added Melanie Wilkin, who used to make videos with Miranda under the Wilkin name Sisters. According to the Wilkins family, Miranda started to shift before their very eyes, even changing her entire image and dance style and marrying fellow dancer James B. Derrick without telling them. In May 2022, 7M lawyers shared statements that the cut denying the allegations. During the pandemic, a lot of people, including myself, had time to reflect since normal life was disrupted and on pause for everyone, Miranda said in a statement. I felt a spiritual shift happen inside of me. I started going to Bible studies and learning about God. She continued, I know my family and friends saw changes in me. along the way because it was true. I was changing for the better and in love like I've never seen before. I told Melanie I would love to continue doing her videos with her as the Wilkins sisters. Yeah, that's the thing, Christine. There's no trailer. Normally they have trailers and everything. But I just don't want to continue doing it as we did. I wanted more control over my schedule. I wanted to be an equal partner rather than her controlling our business as it had been. I wanted to make time for other things, including my relationship with James, Bible study, making music, and just having time to myself. It sounds, from what they've quoted Miranda saying, it was Melanie that was the controlling one. However, a wave of new individuals associated with the 7M dancers came forward to voice their concerns. Their loved ones were part of the cult. Then in March 2023, news surfaced that a group of former 7M dancers had filed a complaint against the company, its founder, and the Shekinah Church, accusing Robert Shin of taking advantage of his followers. Rolling Stone reported, remember Rolling Stone, we know who the source for Rolling Stone was. Rolling Stone reported at the time Aubrey Fisher Green, Kylie Douglas, and Kevin Concrete Davis joined the other four in the complaint. Shekinah is a cult operating under the guise of a religious institution called documents. Robert refers himself as the man of God and preaches to Shekinah members that without submitting to him and without Shekinah, their lives would be cursed. Robert required full physical and economic control over Shekinah members. The outlet highlighted that the filing was a cross complaint brought about after Shin himself filed a complaint in October 2022 against a former member, claiming she had defamed and extorted him. Let it be known that this is not the first time Shin has been caught up in legal battles. In 2009, a former Shekinah follower, Leah Chung, sued him, claiming he exerted undue mind control, coercive persuasion, oppression, and other intimidating tactics and swindled her out of $3.8 million. Why can't Katie Jo write like this? Although the judge ultimately decided to rule in Shin's favour, the more recent 7M allegations brought renewed attention to the 2009 case, offering a fresh perspective on Shin's past legal troubles. As for Netflix's upcoming docuseries, there is no trailer for Dancing for the Devil, the 7M TikTok cult just yet. We're still several weeks away from its release. Whether Katie Joy's alleged involvement will have an impact is yet to be seen, but clearly there are still many questions about the bizarre and ongoing case. Now, she's a TV and movie writer. The only one that is close, the others were complaining about tires not. Dancer broke and he lost the program. Okay. So there you go. So that triggered, that article itself triggered this. And a video, by the way, and a video. This reporting is false. She goes on to file that Shin filed a lawsuit and others involved in the production of the series and believes that it's an attempt to stop the production. However, there is no court documents of this legal. What part of it's false? Dexerto is attempting to muddy the waters about a new series coming to Netflix at the end of this month. The series Dancing for the Devil, the 7M TikTok cult. The reporter falsely claims that no lawsuit was filed against me or others regarding this series and our reporting. This claim is false. Robert did have an affair, and the sister is Melanie Goldman, who hates Robert Shin. I mean, and that's the thing. If there's people that have an axe to grind, of course they're going to. And what was interesting and I'll keep referring to Bruce Lemon because it was the one that was the most interesting, is that one of the witnesses was deemed to have an axe to grind with their former employer, Channel 7. But the judge said there were elements that, because he did actually have proof, there were elements that could be believed. But overall, because he had an axe to grind, an unreliable witness. So, I mean, all that needs to happen is that there's an unreliable witness. And she also mentions Tardy, and she also mentions Todd Chrisley, by the way, too. So this claim is false. Robert Shin filed a lawsuit against me in April 2022. The lawsuit is pending in Minnesota, and the records are searchable online. I mean, to give the reporter her due respect, she may have been looking for lawsuits. She may have been looking for lawsuits regarding the production rather than Katie Joy herself. See, against her and others in the production. Who would think to go and search for everybody's names individually? Wouldn't you look for the whole production itself? I'm just just saying. Oh, well, imagine what's going to happen then, Will. Robert Lewis. Hey, look. Robert Shin filed a lawsuit against 3 bloggers and multiple former members in Los Angeles, California in the fall of 2022. The case is verifiable and searchable. Multiple dancers of 7M joined a countersuit against Robert in the same lawsuit. He's been countersued by Aubrey Fisher, Kylie Douglas, and Kevin Davis, who are all professional dancers and were part of 7M. Kylie Douglas filed a police report against Robert Shin for sexual battery. That is correct, Will, as well. That is correct. That is true. Now, she referred to 3 bloggers. Now, is she going to be now a blogger or is she a reporter? She says, this reporting is messy and unnecessary. Netflix does not promote new content until weeks before a show drops. That's how they work. There would not be a separate website for this series because it's a Netflix original. For example, Netflix just dropped the trailer for their docuseries on the Ashley Madison scandal, which is premiering in 2 weeks. They only began promotion 2 weeks out. I announced the news here early to update my followers that follow the story on 7M. I have never been held liable for defaming anyone. Tadi Westbrook settled with me after I threatened to sue her. Through mediation, she determined that I did not defame her. I gave a deposition in her civil case against her former business partner months ago. Tadi and I have no issues with each other, and I have helped her in her legal action. Oh, my hero! Todd Chrisley is in prison. That's all anyone needs to know. The series will not be about me. I am not the sole source of information, and to suggest Netflix or producers would take steps not to verify the claims is irresponsible. Do better and think about the victims. And it says, why don't you tag the author Daisy Phillipson and read her the Riot Act? Never mind, you're busy. I'll do it for you. And there's no other comments here. We know the reason why Tadi. We know the reason why she settled, because Tadi was going to file in Minnesota. Yes. Anyway, so as I said, I will give the because what she said, and that's, I mean, we all know what she said. You know, all right. So now that has, and don't forget, there's the there's the poll. Is Robert Shin targeting Katie Joy? I've got 39%, 38% say no, and 2% say only in her dreams. Only in her dreams, hey? Well, Terry, I reckon they'll call her a blogger, like she was in the last one she was in when they said online blogger or YouTuber. The word reporter won't even come up. I mean, and if other people don't refer to her as, if her peers don't refer to her as a reporter, then she's in trouble. So that has now led to a video. Yes, I'm going to give her a review because her views are down at the moment. So I thought we might help her. Here it is. It says, the smear campaign begins. I refuse to back down and won't be intimidated by an alleged cult member. As I say, why would they go for somebody that's got 369,000 subscribers rather than Netflix, which has a viewership of millions? That's what I don't understand. She says the campaign against me and others, they've worked diligently on a production to expose an alleged cult and enable whistleblowers to share their story, has begun. This is just the big beginning, but Roberto, I won't back down. She's put in the hit piece there. And I won't back down. Hang in there, Katie. Always remember, you have 370,000 members having your back. We're here for you. And she says, someone says, damn straight, if JB, Gil Bates, and the Oak couldn't stop Katie from delivering facts, truths, exposing them as monsters that they are, this guy and his minions have no chance. Team Katie. You, India Oxenberg, and Leah Remart should all get together and form a bill that cults cannot be allowed to be exempted from tax for their cults. Good on you, Katie. Never back down from this demon. I had no idea who 7M was until you reported on them. I'm really looking forward to watching this documentary. A number of people that will say we hadn't heard of them until you told us about them. Katie, been with you since 2019. You're going to get through this. I believe in you. So proud with how far you've come. And, someone says they want facts. So if you want facts, you're watching the wrong one. I love that you showed all the receipts. She's not a journalist. She's clueless. Real journalists know how to research their story. How incompetent can you be? Hang on. Oh, is she talking about the reporter that reported the story? Is she talking about Katie Joy? Because I thought she was talking about Katie Joy there for a moment. They are jealous of your large platform. I've noticed a lot of hate lately. So apparently we're all in the cult. So this one's signing up for Netflix so that she can give her support to Katie. Oh, and also we're going to look at CC. Hang on. Nene Marie, her new video. She's actually got the body cam footage of or the audio of an alleged. I think it was the alleged swatting. Anyway, it's really interesting how some people have knee-jerk reaction to your involvement. I watched Renelle's video about you posting your involvement, and you would think she's a member of the cult. She was attacking you and seemed to be defending Shin and his group left, right, and centre. She seemed to believe Shin and his church witness had no involvement when any coerced exploitations of member. Yes, the people against me support people like Shin. Supporting people like Shin is nothing I will never understand. I don't know. I mean, he could be a really bad person, but as she is the only source, I know not to trust the source. And just like her, everything else has been dismissed. So unless there is a judgment somewhere that he's guilty of something, he hasn't done anything. I would never have said one word until the show was up. She says, Netflix announced it, but you are better than me. So I am glad you let me know that you are better than me. And then the reply was, I think you're feeling some pressure, Katie. I think you're reading into above comment. Perhaps she didn't know that Netflix had said anything. Be gentle, Katie. So I'm trying to figure out, why is he going after you? Wild guess based on no knowledge. Just guesses. Could be a fun game. Is he doing the same thing? Competition? Anyone guesses? Feels like a hit piece to satisfy cultists. Katie, I'm confused. So are you in the cult? Oh, dear. So it looks like she's going to go after the journalist. So let's have a look. So we're going to watch this together. As I said, so this is her video. Well, that's right, Christine. No, look, it's been in like the Rolling Stone. It's only really been in gossip rags. It's never really made it into. Hello, Barbara. It's never really made it into the big media. It's only it's mainly been in gossip rags, from what I can see.
But the babbling of a fool invites disaster. The wealth of the rich is their fortress. The poverty of the poor is their destruction. The earnings of the godly enhance their lives.
Are you looking at all the comments on there? It says, call you Grammy. It says, you're in a cult. Get out, get out.
But evil people squander their money on sin. People who accept discipline are on the pathway to life, but those who ignore correction will go astray. Hiding hatred makes you a liar. Slandering others
She has abandoned all her family, including
makes you a fool. Too much talk leads to sin. Be sensible and keep your mouth shut. The words of the godly are like sterling silver. The heart of
There are people that have done videos on 7M, but I've noticed that they've been yeah, I think so. I don't know who's done it, but now I'm also telling you I've sped it up, so it's at 1.25, just for you to know.
Their lack of common sense. The blessing of the Lord
Can you see the comments on here?
Makes a person rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. Doing wrong is fun for a fool, but living wisely brings pleasure to the sensible. The fears of the wicked will be fulfilled. The hopes of the godly will be granted. When the storms of life come, the wicked are whirled away, but the godly...
Here, someone's got here. Go to the Without a Crystal Ball on Instagram. It will explain. It will explain. Someone is telling everyone on Miranda's. There we go. Screenshot that. Look at that. Someone has told someone else to go to Without a Crystal Ball on Instagram on Miranda Derrick's page. And she will explain. Do we just have... Look at that. Oh, the cut? Yeah, the cut was the site, was it? Yeah, the cut did something. And Miranda, I believe, answered that. So said that she had just found... So make sure that you have a look at that page. I'm just going to pause it there for a moment. This is Miranda. I'm assuming this is Miranda. And and Katie Joy has posted this.
Godly have a lasting foundation. So one of the questions is, are you okay? I am great. I'm actually way more than okay. Thank you for asking.
Well, and not only that, she's actually got evidence that there are people that are going to other people's site and sending them to her site because she knows it all.
Another question is, are you safe? I'm really safe. Doors are locked. I'm here talking to you guys.
Are you safe? Of course I'm safe. My doors are locked.
Right for people who are still associated with a cult or a leader of a cult to be hosting events within the dance community, because little do these other dancers know, when they are attending these events, they are also supporting the people in the cult and the people that are valuing what the cult is doing, right?
It's interesting because what they talk about, some of the stuff that 7M is doing, in my opinion, actually just sounds like what a talent agent does. They book jobs for you. You go, you do the job, the people who bought the job pay the agent takes a cut and then gives you the leftovers.
And as a leader in the dance community with my dance company, the studios that I teach at, the dancers that I teach, I believe that it's time for me to speak up and use my voice, because that's not proper leading. And I would not want anyone to be misled due to something that they love, right, which is the passion of dance. So those events are much more than just dance, and I hope you know that.
Do you know my sister casted shade on Katie Joy yesterday? We had to do something for family history, and I'd done some stuff with Ancestry.com, and I'd started, and I just finished up. And my sister says to me, "Gee, you were quick getting the information. You're going to give Katie Joy a run for her money." And I thought, what on earth? It's not funny. I voted no when I wanted to vote only in her dreams. My cat jumped on my lap and kicked my ass. Oh boy. Intelligent. Okay, well, we're going to see some of that intelligent.
Hey friends, it's Katie from...
And she's got 6,295 views of this.
Without a crystal ball. Welcome back to my channel. It's Wednesday, May 1st, 2024. Last week, I let you guys know that there's a brand new docuseries coming out at the end of this month on Netflix called Dancing for the Devil, the 7M TikTok Cult. The series was announced by Netflix in April, and the delivery date is May 29th, 2024 on Netflix, and it is a Netflix original. The announcement by Netflix was made across multiple social media platforms, and they announced it on their platform. Numerous outlets reported on...
Sorry, I have somehow... Irrelevant? I've just put a new setting on my mouse that I've got to get used to, and I've made the screen big. And I've got to work out how to change it. Ah. Where did it go? I do this all the time. I'm sorry, people. I'm a klutz when it comes to this. You just wanted to, you were just, just when you were all getting into it, hey? I know, you're all just devastated, aren't you? I've got to stop mucking around with the mouse. While I'm reloading, if you could hit like for me, that would be great. All right, so what have we got? So we've got, we've got 4%. 4% of people have said yes. 38% no, and 58% said only in her dreams. Hello to all the Katie people. Welcome. We're not here to... Oh, sorry. She's had 9.2 thousand views now in 2 hours. All right. I don't... Look, if she... I'm not one to... All right, here we go again. Sorry, I will try and keep my... I'll try and keep my trigger finger
on the details of what Netflix had coming out this month, which included this series. However, they have not yet started the promotion of the series, which apparently has left some room for questions and individuals at questionable media outlets filling in gaps and attempting to influence people about the series while also providing factually incorrect information.
Factually incorrect information. Well, it's going to be interesting to see how Discovery pays out, hey? That's all I'll say.
in the article and discounting the fact that there is a huge network behind the series, a huge platform behind the series that would not be solely relying on me nor any single person to make a docuseries.
That's why if he was going to stop the docuseries or go after the docuseries or attack anybody, he would go after Netflix, not Katie Joy. Why would he go after Katie Joy if there was, as to quote Katie Joy,
platforms, and they announced it on their platform. Numerous outlets reported on the details of what Netflix had coming out this month, which included this series. However, they have not yet started the promotion of the series, which apparently has left some room for questions and individuals at questionable media outlets filling in gaps.
Questionable media outlets.
And attempting to influence people about the series.
Oh, and influencing people about the series. Hang on a minute. Who is it that's saying that Robert Shinn's after them?
While also providing factually incorrect information in the article and discounting the fact that there is a huge network behind the series, a huge platform behind.
So there's a new network behind the series and a huge platform behind the series
that would not be solely relying on me nor.
So why, if you're now saying that you're only a small fish in the sea, why would he go after you and not the large platform? Because why would he do a smear campaign against you when Netflix has already advertised it and said it's going to be released? He would be better off getting an injunction, going to court and getting an injunction to stop 7M from even running the thing. Why on earth would he be smearing her? This is I want you to listen to this, all right? Take note. In fact, I'm going to come off. I'm going to close this because this is very, very important. To my fellow learner lawyers, my fellow learner lawyers, I believe this is a tactic and a deflection. We know the date for all of her discovery was due in April. I'm going to hedge a bet that date has been and passed. My opinion is this is all a deflection so that she can go to the court and have her lawyer say she hasn't been able to do discovery because Robert Shin was targeting her online and trying to stop her involvement in the documentary series and was trying to stop the documentary series from going ahead and trying to ruin her business. And so she's been doing that and she hasn't had time to do discovery. That is what I think is going to happen. I would like to be wrong. Please, I hope I'm wrong and that she's complied with discovery. I just have this little bit of an inkling based on what from what I've seen before. This is all a deflection to get everyone to stop talking about her lawsuit and for her to play the victim against Shin. And you'll say, well, what evidence have you got? And I'll just say, we'll keep watching. I haven't seen this. I've got no idea. Well, that's the point, Christine. What proof has she got about anything? She's only got sources. I've got sources too. They're in my pantry. Tomato sauce and barbecue sauce. I might have some mustard sauce in there too. Hi, Bella. Hey, everyone. Well, that's quite a hunch. Deflection. Do you think that could be plausible, though? Is that plausible? And here's here, and again, let me just finish off by saying this. And finally, everything Robert Shin has done to Katie has happened through court filings. Why would he start anything else now? So, because, she talked about all these frivolous filings, right? I forgot the chili sauce. Yes, that's right, chili sauce. So why would he start changing the way he was doing something now rather than just filing documents in court, which is what he had done? Anyway, that's just my hunch. But tell me, I'd be interested to see what you think about my hunch.
Or any single person to make a docuseries. So the series is going to highlight a group in California. They were under the management of an organization called 7M Films, under the leadership of a man named Robert Shin, who is a pastor and a former doctor, and he runs a church called Shekinah Church, which is an invitation-only church. Despite being a nonprofit with non-exempt status, you can't.
And again, there she is, showing her all those previous articles again to show.
Can't actually go to a meeting of the church. You can't actually attend anything to the public. It's getting public tax exemption without a public-facing group. It's very bizarre. But the series, because it's coming out at the end of the month, has not had a trailer come out. So apparently people are starting to question the legitimacy of this. So an article by Dexerto, interestingly, I have had this writer, Daisy Phillipson, blocked on my email. So I
So here's the other thing. So she's blocked this reporter, this journalist. So if the journalist wanted to do any fact checking with her, then she couldn't have fact checked her. I mean, that's very smart, isn't it? You can't accuse somebody of not fact checking something if you block them.
So an article by Dexerto, interestingly, I have had this writer, Daisy Phillipson, blocked on my.
Why is she a writer and you're a journalist? She refers.
Not had a trailer come out. So apparently people are starting to question the legitimacy of this. So an article by Dexerto, interestingly, I have had this writer, Daisy Phillipson, blocked on my email. So
Daisy Phillipson is a writer and she's a journalist, right? Hello, Carla.
I guess she's contacted me before with false claims. I'm not sure, but when I sent an email to her, I noted that I had her blocked in my inbox. Anyways, I have asked for a correction to this story, but she says, plenty of new true crime heading to streaming this month. One that stood out is Dancing for the Devil, the 7M TikTok cult.
So she's unblocked her to ask for a correction. So what's she going to say? Yes, Robert Shin has sued me.
For the uninitiated, 7M Films is a management company for a number of TikTok dancers. First of all, this series is not a true crime series. It's a story about a cult. And at this point, there are no criminal charges filed by any prosecutors. So to classify this as true crime would not be true crime.
Hasn't she been tagging it as true crime? And I think the reason why it was tagged true crime was that people got confused with.
This would be classified, in my opinion, under cults. First of all, this series is not a true crime series. It's a story about a cult.
But isn't a cult a crime?
And at this point, there are no criminal charges filed by any prosecutors. So to classify this as true crime would not be true crime. This would be classified, in my opinion, under cults, which is a huge genre of content that Netflix puts out. Continuing, in the recent years, 7M has been accused of being a cult led by founder Robert Shin, who is also the pastor of the controversial Shekinah Church. Among the allegations is the issues of coercive tactics and isolating dancers from their loved ones to extort them. Those are minor claims, frankly.
So someone has written an article and she's but aren't they? I'm sure she's got she's got this stuff from her content.
There are much bigger claims that have been actually levied against Robert Shin in multiple civil lawsuits in the state of California, including human trafficking, gender violence, aiding and abetting human trafficking, defrauding people, business
The only allegation.
torts, unjust enrichment, battery, essay.
That's what I said, Will. It's still a crime.
There's also been 3 separate women that have filed police reports against Robert in Los Angeles, alleging either battery or essay against him. It says, which would all be well and good, except for the fact that little is known about the next few docuseries other than it's coming out May 29th. One of the people claiming to be involved in this creation is none other than Katie Joy Paulson, who goes by Without a Crystal Ball. I'm claiming to be involved because I was involved.
It's interesting because I don't know any other people that have come out and claimed that they've been involved
in this series. I wouldn't lie about something like this, Dexerto. And if you noted this post, which you've highlighted in your article, you would see that the executive producer of the series actually likes the photo and likes the post.
She's so triggered.
Who is putting out misinformation now? The issue fans have with the Netflix title is the fact that Katie has run into numerous controversies over the years and has been accused of being an unreliable source. I wonder if the people that are saying this are people that are part of cults.
Oh, boy. Oh, I didn't realize this was a comedy. Oh. This is a comedy. I need to change the title to Comedy Hour with Katie Joy. Oh, well, that's right. That's right. If you post this like you contributor.
Title is the fact that Katie has run into numerous controversies over the years and has been accused of being an unreliable source. I wonder if the people that are saying this are people that are part of cults that don't like me, or they're part of the haters, the haters that are trying to take me down.
I might go for the what about if I'm none of the above and I am just a person that watch her and say some very horrible stuff about people without any factual basis, and then read all her court documents and have yet to seen any evidence of what she has shown, what she said. I'm still waiting for the waterboarding proof. Waterboarding proof of Robert Shin. Well, you liked the stream now, so you're a contributor. You'll take your Aussie bucks. I don't think they're not worth much, are they, Will?
You know, the same ones that I've talked about multiple times on this channel. Last week, she took to Instagram to write, I'm incredibly proud to announce that the docuseries Dancing with the Devil, thank you for pointing that out, that I had a typo there. Dancing for the Devil, the 7M TikTok cult, is coming to Netflix on May 29th, 2024, bringing this project to its point has taken more than 2 years of extensive work with producers, directors, and working with former members of 7M and Shekinah.
She didn't say that you had a typo. She quoted you and you got it wrong.
Took to Instagram to write, I'm incredibly proud to announce that the docuseries Dancing with the Devil, thank you for pointing that out, that I had a typo there.
We need to get our cult jackets out again.
Dancing for the Devil, the 7M TikTok cult, is coming to Netflix on May 29th, 2024. Bringing this project to this point has taken more than 2 years of extensive work with producers, directors, and working with former members of 7M and Shekinah Church. All of those statements are true. She goes on to claim, so,
and here's the thing, she says she goes on to claim, the thing is she's put on a post there. How on earth can she say that what she's posted is incorrect?
as though I'm lying, y'all, that Shinn filed a lawsuit against her and others involved in the production of the series, and that she believes it's an attempt to stop the production and prevent people from coming forward. However, there are currently no court documents of this legal action online. That's strange. Daisy, if you were to go into the state of Minnesota court records...
Look! She's posted her amendment. Oh, that's an old document. Why doesn't she show the judgment for the motion to compel?
You would find a claim filed against me in April of 2022. Robert Shin and Miranda, Wilking, Derek, and James Derek.
Yeah, but the way that it's been worded is that Katie Joy gave the impression that the production itself was being stopped, not Katie Joy herself. You see? You don't think anyone finds KJ as funny as, oh, look, I'm crazy.
Oh. Filed a lawsuit against...
Oh, look, I'm an Aussie, Lulu. That's all. That's how I'll say it.
Me. There's a case number there. You can even read the court records. And then when it comes to other members that have been sued, there's an actual court case in the state of California, Daisy. I'll even give you the case number. So
was the Netflix going on that far back? I don't know. So she's giving her all the case numbers. Wow. I mean, she's been very rude. Oh, look, the one time she called me out, Lulu, I got excited and I did I was so happy. Well, that's why the impression, I mean, it depends on how you read it, in my opinion. And her reading comprehension is, well, that would be, because it's funny because the way that it was written and the way that I think, yes, please read the way that I interpret the what was said was the fact that she said that her and the others in the production were being sued. And that's where she's gone. She cannot find any evidence of the production people being sued, or the whole group of them. That's my interpretation of it. That's why I'm not a reporter. I'm not that intelligent. I see it is. Oh, that's right. So again, we've got cult members and former dance. Yeah, it's
there's a case number there. You can even read the court records. And then when it...
Yes, please do. As Will said, you'll discover that she's got a motion to compel discovery because she wouldn't do discovery. And she had to hand over all contracts and all correspondence between her and the production company and she also has to hand over her financial records to show what money she's made. So yes, please do.
When it comes to other members that have been sued, there's an actual court case in the state of California, Daisy. I'll even give you the case number.
She actually swear? Have a listen. I reckon she's going to drop the F-bomb.
And then when it comes to other members that have been sued, there's an actual court case in the state of California, Daisy. I'll even give you the...
There you go. She was going to drop the F-bomb.
You can even read the court records. And then when it comes to other members that have been sued, there's an actual court case in the state of California, Daisy. I'll even give you the case number so that you.
Are you correct, Carla? She's been wanting attention, and now that she's got it. And don't forget also the case in California also concerns Hannah Shin as well. So she doesn't realize not all attention. Lulu, I have no idea. I think look, I've not heard of anything, so I would say that was a no. But we do have Palestinian protesters around.
You can update this article because you reference part of the lawsuit in another part of this article. You wrote the case number is actually 22-ST-CV-34672, action filed in Los Angeles County Superior Court at the Stanley Mosque Courthouse. Robert Shin, along with numerous other parties, are suing multiple former bloggers, former members, people involved in the church. On top of that, multiple dancers that were in 7M filed a cross complaint as a part of this in the same lawsuit. That's so weird that there's nothing about this online because I'm looking at it right now.
Let me just read. She said she goes on to claim that Shin filed a lawsuit against hers and others involved in the production of the series and believes it's an attempt to stop the production and prevent people from coming forward. That's what she said. So let's go. And so that's her interpretation, is that she went looking for a lawsuit against the production. And there's no evidence that there is legal action online. Have I interpreted that correctly? Can you put a Y for yes or an N for no if I have interpreted that correctly? That the person who wrote the article has interpreted what Katie said as that it was a lawsuit against her and those in the production company, and there's no evidence that that's happened. There's no court filings. So is my interpretation correct? Yes. Or is Katie's interpretation correct? No. Oh, yeah. Good. So that means, according to Katie, we're all dumb, right? We're all in the court. Now she's really going to get triggered because she's talking about a petition, the Remove Katie Joy from YouTube, and she's going to, and Reddit's going to be mentioned. She's going to go off in a minute. So we're only halfway through.
Looks like Kylie Douglas is part of it, Aubrey Fisher Green, Kalia Gray, who was part of 7M, Kevin Davis, who was part of 7M, and then two other bloggers and two other people that have been associated with the Wilking family.
Oh, the Wilking family, the Wilking family that have come out and supported her. That have come out and defended her. Right. Yeah, that was sarcasm, people.
Virginia Robinson and Kimberly Wojak were sued as well by Robert. And in his claims, he's claiming that there was a conspiracy to defame and discredit him and to ruin his career. It's at the Los Angeles County Court. You can actually see that it has over 99 entries and dockets and documents. It's a very, very lengthy case. And it hasn't gone to trial yet, nor has mine. So to claim that I'm lying about this is just silly, Daisy. This article is actually what I would call misinformation. And
I know. She's just used your words against you. And you don't understand what you write sometimes.
Then she goes on to say, in 2020, a petition was even filed to have her removed from YouTube with a creator claiming that she misrepresents stories. You know, anyone can create a petition online, right, Daisy? I could actually create a petition right now to have you removed as a journalist.
there, Daisy. We'd say chewy on your boots, Daisy. Remember, this is somebody who's trying to convince Seven. Yeah, she did. Remember, this is somebody that needs the court to determine that she's a journalist. Remember that. Because the court hasn't determined whether she's a journalist.
Removed from YouTube with a creator claiming that she misrepresents stories. You know, anyone can create a petition online, right, Daisy? I could actually create a petition right now to have you removed as a journalist for Dexerto. I mean, anyone can literally open a petition, and I wasn't removed from YouTube. She also says that she misrepresents stories, turning basic opinions into facts. As a result, she faced numerous lawsuits. I've never lost, though, including one from Tati Westbrook and Todd Chrisley. So she's trying to tell you that I'm not a reliable source, but then she goes on to say these cases were both settled. And it
Well, she was. I mean, how can she say? Because they were both settled. Katie's gone. Stick 'em, fans. So she said, I mean, in one way she said the people have deemed her unreliable because she's been sued, although they've both been settled. Now she's going to get into the Reddit.
Hasn't prevented apprehension about Without a Crystal Ball's involvement in Dancing for the Devil. Tati Westbrook sued me in 2020. After we went through mediation, she determined I did not defame her. I actually helped her in her legal case.
Bull dust, you gave up. You rolled over. You gave up your source. Oh, you rolled over quicker than a pig would roll over in mud. You saw a way out, and you pushed Swanson under the bus, and you got behind the driver's seat, and you ran over him, and you squashed him. Oh, you squashed him. Oh boy. Oh dear.
Former business partner. I sat for a decision. Tati and I are not on bad terms. She recognizes that I did not defame her.
You said that you were tricked. You were taken advantage of, if I remember rightly. Oh boy. Oh gee.
Or really do anything of the sort. So, and her attorney has said that publicly. And then to try to tie Todd Chrisley into this is hilarious because he's literally in prison right now for 12 years over what I reported about him. So it's just strange that like these are the two things.
No, but hasn't he got an appeal pending? Hasn't his appeal been accepted? I watched a video where it is alleged a bunch of creators talked with KJ about putting out. Really interesting. And that's the thing. If he oh boy. This is comedy. This is comedy gold.
That you're trying to use to prove that I'm not credible. And then she's using sources of people that don't have faces from online and from a Reddit that hates me. So she said,
I mean, she didn't say which Reddit. Was it the Sister Wives Reddit that she's banned from? The Douglas Night, where she's banned from more Reddits than anyone else I know.
as another pointed out, to the minimal information on the docuseries available, other than the synopsis that reads, TikTok dancers are trapped in a cult masquerading as a management company called 7M. As dancers and former members escape, work to rebuild their lives, they come together to put a stop to the cycle and heal. Actually, the synopsis is more than that, and I don't know why you are not actually doing your due diligence, because it says a group of prominent dancers. I'm posting this. This is from my This is actually from my Instagram, which you're following. It says a group of prominent TikTok dancers are trapped in a cult masquerading as a management company called 7M. Among them is Miranda Wilkin, whose family is desperately trying to get their daughter out, as other dancers and former members escape and work to rebuild their lives. Why would you not include the line about how Miranda is a part of this and her family? It's just weird. And then she posted a comment from someone on Reddit. Reddit is her source. I looked it up and there's no.
Oh, she's jealous because Daisy's stolen her source. We know she gets all her information from Reddit.
Advertising it anywhere. I'm no PR expert, but I would have thought there would be a website on it at least. And no advertising yet. Maybe they'll wait until the beginning of the month. Anyway, Katie Joy will be insufferable next month. But how great would it be if this doc made her look like the complete fool she is? I have no hope for that, but it gives me a happy feeling to dream about it. We can hope. She will definitely spin it for her fans, though, and they will believe her. And another comment, anyone who tries to fact check this will come across her problematic behavior and continued lawsuits. She, along with the others, will destroy any credibility regarding this documentary, plus anything said in the show is now fair game in her defamation case. It's really funny because once this comes out, you're not even really going to see me. It's going to be mostly their people that were actually involved in it. And you're going to have to, if this is what you want to believe, Reddit and Daisy, that this is what's going to be involved,
I'm sorry, I don't know what's happened. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So
very sad because the show and this work isn't about me. It's not about the producers.
Really?
It's not about even Netflix. It's about families that have been ripped apart by a group, family members that have lost loved ones to a group, people that have extracted themselves from the group that have been left traumatized and hurt, people that are suing Robert, people that have filed, criminal action against Robert. This isn't about me or anyone that makes it. And the credibility is in.
Yeah, I'm going to go and I'm going to post Nene's video into here. I haven't watched it yet because I've got to get moving soon because I've got to ring my mum back. So once we're finished here, I've got to ring my mum back. But I might come back later. But I need to go watch Nene's video. But I'll post it so everyone
the reports from the public records, from the police reports, from the eyewitness accounts. It's far more detailed than one single person. And to try to claim that a network and a platform like Netflix would put something out of this magnitude without fact checking is so irresponsible. On top of that, if you know anything about Netflix, you should know that Netflix does not promote anything new until 2 weeks before the docuseries comes out or anything new drops. So for instance, they have a new series coming out on Ashley Madison and the scandal that occurred. Their trailer on the Ashley Madison scandal literally was released today. You'll probably see a trailer in a couple of weeks. That's how I understand it works at Netflix, but I don't.
Oh, that's how you mean she doesn't know? Oh, gee whiz, this is comedy. Yeah, we do need it. Oh, well, we need an Instagram Live.
Yeah. I didn't ask them if that's what they're going to do. There also would not be a separate website for this production because it wasn't a self-funded production. There was no crowdfunding that was needed. They didn't have to build up interest in it before it was created. A lot of docuseries that have websites are doing that because they either haven't found a distributor or they're crowdfunding and need money to finish the project. That was not necessary in this case. Now she's going to go into what explains this, and she goes into actually all these different claims, but then she defends that, 7M denies all of these allegations.
Well, of course 7M denied. Well, they did. I mean, that's what a journalist does. A journalist will list out the facts and then they say, well, 7M denied the allegations.
Miranda denies all of these allegations. Then she says a new wave of individuals associated with 7M dancers came forward to voice their concerns about their loved ones were part of the cult. Then in March 2023, news surfaced that a group of former dancers filed a complaint against the company, its founder, and the Shekinah Church, accusing Shin of taking advantage of his followers. That's actually not what the lawsuit is. That taking advantage of your followers isn't an actual civil.
Oh. She's really not happy, is she?
Claim, but he's accused. There's like 53 counts in that lawsuit. I don't know how many counterclaims are actually moving to trial, but the original complaint had like 53 counts. And human trafficking, gender violence, sexual battery, gender discrimination. One of the allegations was that by a former member was that when she tried to leave the group, Robert Shinn's wife allegedly beat her for a half an hour in May of 2022. That's in this lawsuit. Kylie Douglas is in this lawsuit claiming that Robert Shin battered her sexually.
Allegedly.
Aubrey Fisher is in this lawsuit saying that Robert Shin defrauded him of income. Kevin Concrete Davis also is claiming the same thing, that he was defrauded. It's more than just being taken advantage of. So she's referencing an article that was put out by Rolling Stone about this, which is odd because Rolling Stone's article cites all of these people. And then she references that he's suing a former member claiming she defamed and extorted him. But then she just said above that there was no lawsuits against former members. That's just...
That's not what she's... Oh. Somebody needs to go and learn some reading comprehension.
It's so weird. And then she wrote, "Let it be known, this is not the first time Shin has been caught up in legal battles. In 2009, former Shekinah follower Lydia Chung sued him, claiming he exerted undue influence, mind control, coercive persuasion, oppression, and other intimidating tactics, and swindled her out of $3.8 million. Actually, her claim was that he swindled her out of $4.2 or $4.3 million. And then, although the judge ultimately decided to rule in Shin's favor, the more recent allegations brought renewed attention to the 2009 case, offering a fresh perspective on his past legal troubles. As for Netflix' upcoming docuseries, there's no trailer and will still be several weeks away from its release. Whether Katie Joy's alleged involvement will have an impact on it is yet to be seen, but clearly there are still many questions about this bizarre and ongoing case. I just want to be clear that I was involved in this. Everything that I've put out about this is what I can say, and I cannot say everything. Like, I literally can't tell you everything about what happened. I can't tell you who's involved. I can't tell you what you're going to see. I wouldn't go on record and say that I was involved in something that I wasn't. When I did an announcement a couple weeks ago, like last week, I tagged people that were involved in this, and they literally commented. I tagged WVE Entertainment, Dirty Robber, who's the production company, Jess, myself, and I, Jessica Acevedo, who is the executive producer. She actually liked the post. I also tagged Tim Milgram, who was a producer on the series, and Tim wrote, "It's about damn time" on this. So if I'm not involved and I'm tagging Tim as a producer, why would Tim respond? And also,
because he was saying it's about damn time the docuseries was coming out. It had nothing to do with you.
Why would Jessica respond if she's the executive producer that works for WV Entertainment? These people would not.
They would see it as an advertisement, you fool.
Respond if I wasn't involved. And if I was not involved, I would probably be getting sued for saying that I was involved when I'm not.
Well, you are being sued by Shin, and you've got to hand over all your documentation.
I haven't been, because I was involved. I'm not a huge part of this. I wasn't a producer of this.
Then why are you implying to everybody? Then why on earth? Okay. All right, let's take this from another point of view. If now you're saying you're not a huge part of it, then why on earth is he going to smear you?
I said I helped from the inception, and I helped bring this to fruition, and I did work on the archives, and I helped them back check and go through tons of records. You know how much work was done on this project? Tons. And at the end of the day, the work that was done on this situation was done because victims in this situation deserve to have their voice heard. People that have been victimized by this group or claim to be victims have stories that are heart-wrenching, that are beyond what you read in headlines. Hearing from someone's voice in their own words what they experienced is way different than actually reading an article or a court record. When you uncover and unravel the decades of what's been going on with this group, you will see.
So here's the thing, by her own reasoning, right? So if she's saying that she's using all of previous court records against Shin, right? Well, people are using her previous lawsuits against her, and she's crying foul about it. Remember, Shin, the one with Chung, that was found in Shin's favor. Then it shouldn't be. I don't know how the church. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how it works so much. Yeah, well, as I said, they need to have depositions to everybody else now.
See clearly that the people that are in the series, and I'm not telling you who is, deserve to be heard. Families that have been ripped apart deserve to be
It would seem from my of what I've seen, and I haven't seen a lot, is that Miranda, from what Miranda has said, Melanie took control and had control of everything, and Miranda wanted to have some creative control. She gets creative control with 7M. I get the impression that Melanie's rather salty that Miranda's been successful without her. I could be wrong. And it's more so about the fact that Miranda's successful and is more popular than she is. That's just my impression. And so, and often, to quote KJ, sometimes you have to remove yourself from toxic people. Maybe Miranda felt her family was toxic. I don't know. I'm not there. I don't know their family battles, but you should do it. You see, it says the smear campaign against me. And other, but I don't understand the smear camp, like,
and have their family members removed so that they are not under this influence. And more importantly, this group should not be allowed to try to recruit new members of dancers in this community, which is what Kylie said in the very beginning of this video. Kylie Douglas, that end clip I showed you was Kylie Douglas, who is suing Robert Shin for sexual battery. And she said she wants to make it known that you shouldn't be promoting events and inviting dancers in the community to events when you are still involved with an alleged cult leader. Kylie was in the group. She knows all about it. And her claims in the lawsuit.
And again, sometimes you have to look at the intention behind. Exactly. Well, her views are down anyway. So she's got to come up with some story to get people to help her.
Suit are heartbreaking. Kylie has a voice. So do the Wilkins. A lot of people have talked about this. And just
Miranda has a voice too.
because this writer apparently doesn't like me, which is fine, doesn't take away from the victim. So I would hope that whoever wrote this would actually verify that there is a lawsuit filed against me in Minnesota. I have no reason to lie about that. It's been very expensive. There's a lawsuit filed against him in California. It's part of the claims that he filed against the former member for defamation. She countersued him along with the dancers, for crying out loud. I think the only one that's actually putting out misinformation about this is Reddit and this journalist. And again, it's not about me, it's about the victims. And when you guys...
But you've made it about you because you've said your smear campaign won't work this time. Oh, she's changed the title. Oh, she has made it about herself. That's the problem.
Guys see the trailer, you'll understand completely. When you watch it, you'll understand. And for now, I am not lying.
That's why she's got the smear campaign begins. Game on, Roberto. With a picture of herself. Yes, because it's not about her.
I was involved, and production people wouldn't be liking my posts if I was lying. So I emailed Daisy to have her retract some of these claims, but she probably won't respond. So this is me formally correcting the story. All right, you guys, tell me what your thoughts are in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed, and click on the bell so you never miss a video. Bye, guys.
No, thanks. I'd pass. So there you go. Well, and again, she wasn't a minor. From what I can work out. So we've got, is Robert Shin targeting Katie Joy? 3% says yes. 46% says no. 5% says not sure. 44% say only in her dreams. I'm going to finish this in a minute. And so it's your last time to vote if you haven't voted already. Well, and that's the thing. People have left. I thought people couldn't leave, but there's all these people that left. Yeah, usually you don't leave alive. Correct? I'm going to come back and I've noticed she hasn't said anything about Gypsy Rose, you know, her bestie. Oh, she posted another one. Here, look at this. Remember, it's not about her. She just said, this isn't about me. Dear Roberto, I see you trying to get people to publish content to smear me. Game on. Sincerely, Sandwich. This post is my opinion. Someone says, doesn't this guy have something much better to do? But it's not about her, remember? It's not about her. I don't know why her subs haven't gone down. She hasn't grown. She hasn't had subs increase for over a month now. And that was around the time that she was talking about the fact that imagine if someone did a video and went through something of hers and said this. I mean, when we do it and we say this is false, this is false, she cracks it. Oh, you're attacking me, you're attacking me, you're attacking me. But what, I mean, she was just so snarky. The smear campaign begins. I refuse to back down and won't be intimidated by an alleged cult leader. Then she says, let's go, Roberto. I have a feeling these are all going to end up in court somehow. We're going to see these. We're going to see all of these back in court appear in. Oh, imagine the paper of evidence that's going to be shown. Oh, before I go, I need to do one more thing too. So who? Oh, just all right. The other thing that I want to do. Oh, you just did it on YouTube. Oh, I gave a review, Llama Girl. I decided that seeing her views are down, I would help her out, you know. Just this once. All right. I'm about to go, but I need to get you onto the. Oh, this is what I want. I haven't seen it. You do with it as you wish. This is, and I'll pin this and I'll put it in the description as well. I'll just show you what it says. It says, without a crystal ball, body cam audio, Katie J. Paulson. Now, Nene, she did all the it says, Katie Choi Paulson, without a crystal ball, is a known liar. I requested the body cam footage from September 2021. Police visit to her house to see if she was telling the truth and what she told police. She used her full legal name publicly. She said it on multiple social media platforms. She wrote public articles under her full name. She used to have a sign in the background of her public YouTube videos that had her last name on it. She's publicly posted many times that she lives in Hanover, Minnesota. Llama Girl is vital to this community. I couldn't make a video without her hard work in capturing the madness that is KJ. Thank you. And there's also there, and then there's some other people to watch. Really? I haven't seen it yet. So again, I will post it and I'll tag it. And you go and watch it. You need 54 minutes. Make sure that you follow everybody. So so it says this was. So someone says this wasn't the huge swatting incident that traumatized her son, like KJ said. I forgot she said that. Dang it! I could have inserted a clip of her saying it. She claimed she made $90K in May. Wow, they didn't even enter the house. So $90K. She bought a second Mac computer with the money she made off Gabby's case, which is also the same time Steve McRae went to start his case against her. It's a preservation of evidence to her. She was claiming that old computer was paying. I remember that. Oh, she's also made a comment. So anyway, apparently, the Reddit's posted a comment that she's made on her video. I need to have a look at, by the way. So anyway, so that's Nene Mars video. So make sure you check that out. I will put that in the Nene Marie. Sorry, I've just got to go back to her other video before I go, because she's talking about her lawsuit. She tried to, of course, Llama Girl. She would know how the FBI works. She's had 11,000 views in 3 hours. Of course. She's changed the title again. She's just changed the title again. Absolute trash. Cold groupies come at me over new docuseries. I wish I could stop mucking up my thingo. Absolute trash. Is she saying she's absolute trash? I mean, nobody knows how the FBI works more than KJ. Yes, a babbling of the fool. Wise people value knowledge. 90K in a month. Gee, what would I do with 90K in a month? I'd nearly be debt free. Like, I'd have nearly my uni fees paid. That's in fact, she's had 11,000 views in, and she's had 6,000 views in a short time. I'm just trying to find. Everyone says they're Team Katie. She says no one's. Must be on here. I mean, someone says oh yeah, here we go. Have a look at this. So this now is the title, Absolute Trash. So someone says here, I'm amazed you keep going with how many times you've been sued. At least you're proven right each time, but it feels so good. Keep up the hard work and get the truth out. Here we go. Ready? This is a screenshot job. Everyone get your little screen cameras, get your screen recorders ready. Well, no one has filed anything against me in 2 years. The rest of the lawsuits were gone pretty quickly. I won't settle on because I won't be bullied into silence. Get your screenshots out. So now she's saying she hasn't been sued in over 2 years. Oh, yeah. Hello, Helm, whatever, but you're also going bye-bye. So there you go. Someone says that she does her homework. All right. Well, anyway, I'm going to go off. I've got to ring my mother, and I've got to go watch Nene's video. So, again, I'm going to put it in the description of the video. So, I'm going to also end the poll. So, we've got 40% yes, 48% no. Oops, I just lost it. Oh, yes. Not sure. 47% said no. Is Robert Shin targeting Katie Joy? 41% said only in her dreams. 6% said not sure. 4% said yes. So thank you to the 48 people that voted in the poll. That was pretty much fun. I'm going to tag Nene's video. Just want you to watch that. And pin it. So yeah, go watch Nini's video and give her some support. And I will catch you again soon because I want to talk about Gypsy Rose. I want to talk about, apparently she's back with her ex, but her bestie didn't know. Kate hasn't said anything. Of course, she helped Hardy with her lawsuit from the goodness of her heart, because she did. I want to talk about what happened yesterday in the Bruce Lohman Costs case. I want to talk about the race discrimination case that happened. And yeah, there's lots of things I want to talk about as well. So I might be back later today. We'll see how I go. All right, thank you for watching. Thank you. If you could hit like and subscribe, that would be amazing for me.